Everyone, Jenn DuBell here today with you, and today I'm going to share with you how I leveled up the Volume 1 2020 Club G45 project done by the amazing Annette Green. She did hers as a tag and pocket keepsake album using Les Romantique. I too am making the tag and pocket keepsake album in ivory. However, I am using the newest Come One, Come All collection, and I absolutely love this. And I will tell you, I've used the journaling cards, I've used the 12 by 12 collection pack, the 8 by 8 paper pad, as well as the patterns and solids and the chipboards. The only element that I did not have to work with was the ephemera collection, which is available. And I just did not have that. So I made some changes to things, not using chipboard in some places. Instead, I used stickers. But let's just walk through this really quick, and I will show you the differences in my book. So for my cover, I did a wrap chipboard method using one of the cut-aparts, some of the black Graphic 45 chipboard sheets, and then I took some fussy cuts from both the 8 by 8 and the 12 by 12 Floral Gala sheet, and also added some chipboard here, some of the stickers, and I also matted my cover and my back. I did not mat my spine, but my cover and my back are both matted with that same teal cardstock I use on my wrapped chipboard method. On my spine, I chose to cover the metal plate by using this piece of black Graphic 45 chipboard with one of those fussy cut tickets that I mounted to it and then cut the corners. A fun little tip, I found that if you use a regular hole punch or a smaller hole punch that makes circles, you can line it up with this and cut these little edges off, and super cool, because then you get that actual ticket look. And then on my back, of course, I did the same type of striping that I did on the front. I will also tell you that the instructions, the step-by-step that is available on the blog, there's also a video in the Graphic 45 YouTube channel where you can watch Shari put this together step by step. But for me, I want to show you just how I did mine a little bit differently. I did not use as many of the tags as Annette uses in hers. I made some other types of inserts and some photo mats. And I also did not use a lot of the black twine. She does have wax twine on most of her tags, and I did not use that there, nor did I use it on the spine. So I will show you the inside of my album and the differences. I will tell you first, the first steps on here are to do the cover, and I did my cover last. She does a lot of the pre-cuts, and I do highly suggest that you pre-cut all of your pages so that you know where you're at with your paper. In the end, all of my fussy cuts and my borders, I did not pre-cut those. I went back into my scraps and my leftovers and embellished my pages after they were all covered with their base pieces. So I did pre-cut all of my top and bottom pockets, these two pieces here, as well as the page covers. So I did follow her instructions exactly to a T on that. Now on the first step of actual embellishing in hers, she does these pockets in steps 6 through 9. These pockets are made on the front inside cover and the back inside cover. And I did the exact same thing as her. I used stickers rather than the chipboard on the bottoms of these. My page 1 is the same as hers with the exception of the paper collection. So is my page 2 and 3. I did do the tag on this one. I did not use the wax twine for that. My pages 4 and 5 are also very similar, except for here I have made a photo mat using one of the journaling cards on the postcard side. A little black ribbon trim put through a hole that I punched. And I will tell you this, for page 5, there's 2 of these in here where they're folded over. And the video is very helpful tool to use to make these. And the way Shari does it made it very simple for me. So I would suggest watching the video if you're going to create this album. So also on this page here, I made a photo mat, and I've used some of the cut aparts, the fussy cut some of these little stickers and just backed them together to make a tab. And I too used a very similar piece of chipboard here, just as Annette did. This page also extremely similar. Here I have used the same method. Now Annette does 2 of these flip tops, tab tops, whatever they were called. These, she does 2 of these in her album, and I've only done the 1. The other page that I did not do that on, I just tucked my tag in the pocket. So that is another difference there. Here I have this layout done, and I've done this the same. And this one I did do the twine on my tag. Little fussy cutting going on here. This page, and I explain this in my post better on how to adhere this. So I did not have a full piece of paper that was an image like came in the Les Romantique that she used. So I took one of the cut aparts and a piece of the blue Patterns and Solids, and I made a flap, and I do have directions for that in my post on how I did this. Now, in order to do this, you will need a little brad, a little piece of the black chipboard, and then I put a sticker on top of it. And before I placed the page 11 paper backing, I put that hole in there and added this so it would line up to close this, so you can spin this, and then added my paper on the back to cover the brad legs. Page 13 is very similar to Annette's, with the exception of the papers, and I did not have the corner stickers, so I added this sticker here. Again, very similar. I have a tag in the pocket, just as she did. I did not put the twine on that pocket. These pages here, I've done a photo mat. Some people call them mounts, some call them mats. And here, again, like I said, I went back with all of my scraps and all of my leftover papers and did these embellishments of the different borders on the pockets and the pages. Added some stickers here. This page here, Annette has a bride picture from the papers that she used, and she lifted this up with some dimensional adhesive. I have just cut the woman out from that's on the horse. I fussy cut her from the Come One Come All paper, and then I just adhered her around the bottom so that I could add this fun little tag with the Ferris wheel, and I liked that because it looks almost as if she's looking off into the distance at the carnival, and I love that look. These next pages here, this is very similar again to the original. However, I created a card insert, again using one of the journaling cards on the inside, on the postcard side, cut down, and then this cut apart on the front. And I tried to be mindful of all of my papers so that my layouts, when they were opened, matched well with the 2-page spread. This page here, we have that same half-page fold over, I would say 3/4 page. And then I've done, instead of a tag here, I did another photo mat with a black cardstock, a sticker backed with the black cardstock, and as a tab, and then that just slips in the pocket. Here I have again done a photo mat using the teal. And then everywhere that you see a photo mat in mine, Annette has done that, most of them with a tag. So I just used less tags, more photo mats, and a couple other different inserts. Here we have another page that can be used for photos. Here, where she did borders and chipboard, I actually used one of the little cut aparts and made a little tuck spot. So you can see you could put another tag there or a picture. This page is very similar to hers, using a tag. Again, with another photo mat that I did rather than a tag here. Same here. This is another one of those flip open tag pockets or pages. This one is very fun, and I have a tutorial, written tutorial on how to make this. So rather than putting a tag in this pocket, I just love how she looks with this layout. So I made this little accordion fold insert. And it's super simple to make, and I have the cut instructions in my guide. Here I added a piece of the borders that I had left over and just adhered it around the back side here, along this way, and then down, and to make another side tuck pocket for another photo mat that I made using the black patterns and solids to coincide with the ones on this side. Another one of those photo mats on this side. And then our last page, just like hers, is like the first. So that is mine and how I changed it up. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. And keep in mind, this keepsake album could be made with any of your favorite collections from Graphic 45. There are so many different things you can do. You could do different inserts. If you wanted to, you could add papers here. Also optional in the original instructions, Annette shows how to make these 5x7 for the pockets inserts. And I have done the same thing as her, cut 5x7 pieces of black cardstock and rounded the corners. And I used the strip in the 12x12 collection that has the borders, has this set of borders, or that say admit 1. And what I've done with those is I've just cut a section of 2 for each one of these pages and folded it over and made it a tab on each one. And then these just cascade down. So there's 6 of them in total. And so when you put them down, you just want to line up your pages and then add your tabs, leaving a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch sticking out of each one. And you cascade them down. So as you can see, when I open this, hopefully the camera can pick this up, these can be lifted and they go all the way down. So this is how they line up. Either way you turn them, one of them is not all the way in. Just make sure that I have them all in there, and then you can see how those cascade down. So that is my version of Annette's Club G45 Volume 1 2020 Tag and Pocket Keepsake Album. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you have a wonderful crafty day.